The police and the health department say tracing illegal abortion clinics is challenging, but it didn't take us long to find them, particularly since they advertise openly on street corners and in the classifieds.
Dr. Kasi advertises as Anne's Abortions and operates from this office block in Durban's city centre. He also offers cleaning. Our undercover operative went to see him. He gave her 6 labour-inducing tablets to put under her tongue and internally. Then he said she should come back for cleaning once the baby had been aborted.
According to the Act, a legal abortion should take place in an accredited facility. It should be conducted by a competent registered medical practitioner, midwife, or professional nurse. Anybody who does not meet this criteria is actually conducting an illegal abortion.
Legally, any person who disposes of the body of a child that died before, during, or after birth is guilty of an offence. Police say these illegal doctors can even face murder charges.
In cases where their victim managed to survive, they can be accountable for attempted murder and the contravention of the Health Act. Our focus is not only to take away the doctor, these illegal doctors from the streets, but to take away their access to the medicines. Because these scheduled medicines, which they have access to, which are mostly used, the tablets and whatever medication can be, the Department of Health is the custodian of these medications.
The health department says it's not just medication they have to deal with.
I don't think they're just using pills. They're using all sorts of things. That is why when people come to hospitals, it is just bad.
Can we knock on the door? Thank you.
Checkpoint went to confront Dr. Kasi, but he locked the door and hid in his office.
Dr. Kazi, please, this is your right to reply. We've got you on camera, selling these illegal pills to women and to a gentleman who's a witness here. You have a chance now to set the record straight and tell us if you're a real doctor and that you have permission to hand out these scheduled drugs to these young women.
But still he wouldn't talk to us. Instead, we spoke to a woman who works with him. She was the one who'd handed the abortion pills to our undercover operative and taken the cash. She wouldn't tell us her name.
How old do they do the abortions up to? 8 months?
7.
7 months? Do you know that it's illegal? They shouldn't be doing that.
I don't know anything.
Have you? But I know. Have you been helping with these women? Do you talk to the women?
Yes, I ask them questions.
So you ask them questions. What kind of questions do you ask them?
Like, why are they doing abortion?
Why are they doing abortion? So you try to counsel them?
Yeah.
Okay. And how old are these women that come to you?
Some of them old women. Some they're kids.
Some of them are kids, like 16, 17?
17.
Yeah. And do you have any of them died from this?
No.
And remember, that's all groups. We are finding that young teenagers from right across the social spectrum are having an abortion.
And who does the cleaning?
He does the cleaning. After it came out, then he cleans you.
She said the cleaning happened in a room behind Dr. Kasi's office, but the door was locked. The windows were boarded up, and we found a bucket and a mop outside the door.
This is all part of the operation, this little labyrinth of doors, but they all seem to be locked. Goodness knows what's going on behind there.
Flora from Mari Stopes believes women are often at the mercy of backstreet butchers because of hostility at public healthcare facilities.
I think it's also a lack of knowledge. Women are not aware out there that there are areas whereby they can access it. Even in government, some women say they are not aware that government is offering this, when they are free termination of pregnancies, because termination of pregnancy is still sort of a taboo. Yeah. So people are not just open about it. So they will just, it's a silent choice. They will just look around where they can get a quick fix.
I don't think that it is an issue that we should always be judgmental. We should be in a manner that we don't treat people with respect. I think we need to do that because the reason why we exist is because we must serve these people.
We met a student outside Dr. Kasi's rooms. She said she was afraid to go to a public hospital. She didn't want us to show her face.
Public hospitals, they ask too many questions. Yeah, that's why.
And they shouted at you?
And they shout at us, yeah.
The police say victims seldom come forward.
It's one type of a crime of its kind, where the victim approached the perpetrator to say, victimize me, and I'll pay you for that.
Dr. Victoria Mubaiwa from the KZN Health Department says they are training staff to be more compassionate.
One of the modules cover human rights so that they're able to understand the issues, the reasons why women make those decisions and how they should be treated. We also cover values clarification because we all have values and sometimes you are tempted to impose your values on somebody else.
After the break.
Are you a real doctor, Dr. Kasi? Are you a real doctor? Do you have a license to dispense these pills? They're scheduled pills. There he goes, running down, doctor.
We find Dr. Kasi seemingly living it up. It has all the signs of a profit-making business: false advertising, unhygienic and under-equipped surgeries, unqualified staff. And these illegal abortion clinics can rake in as much as 10,000 rands a day.
We said, can we see your doctor's license?
According to Dr. Kasi's assistant, he sees as many as 15 patients a day and charges between 250 and 750 rand an abortion, depending on how far advanced the pregnancy is. That explains why this doctor can afford to drive around in this luxury car. We spotted him trying to make a run for it.
There goes Dr. Kasi. We asked him, are you a real doctor, Dr. Kasi? Are you a real doctor? Do you have a license to dispense these pills? They're scheduled pills. There he goes, running down, doctor.
The health department couldn't say from where illegal abortionists get their tablets. Flora from Mari Stopes Clinic thinks they could be buying them on the black market.
What I'm thinking is that they're also having friends with pharmacies who can just easily give them those pills without prescriptions from doctors. So they are easily accessible from their friends and relatives who are selling those things.
You must understand that these crimes are perpetrated by well-organized and resourced criminal groups who understand the dynamics within the medical fraternity.
We searched online and found a number of overseas sites willing to sell large quantities of labor-inducing drugs. We wanted to ask the second illegal abortionist our operative had met where he got his stash from. But he was nowhere to be found when we arrived. A woman, presumably a patient, dashed out from a makeshift surgery in the back.
You're coming, so what does that room look like in there?
No, please.
No cameras. What's in there?
We want to search everything now.
What's inside?
Surgery.
Is this the surgery? Okay, guys, this is the surgery. Look, please open the curtains. Is there no light in the surgery? Switch the light on. Have a look at the light. Is there no light here? This is the so-called surgery. Looks to me like where these poor women have their abortion in very unhygienic conditions indeed.
The health department and the Hawks have promised to work together to clamp down on these illegal abortionists, but can't quite decide whose jurisdiction it is.
It is not a health matter. It is a dangerous criminal activity that they're doing, and we need to make sure that we clamp on it.
The advertisement which they put on our dustbin on the street, it is the responsibility of the Metro Police to make sure that individuals who are plucking those they are brought to book.
I want to appeal to anybody out there, even though you feel somehow not treated well, please report it to us, but please don't go to these dangerous practitioners. They are not doctors, they are criminals, and they will mess up our lives, all of us.
The long arm of the law will catch up with them at an appropriate time.
That's all from us this week. Please do give us your feedback. Our email address is checkpoint@enca.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Ngepile Mabuse.